Rockstar.
Rockstar Radio Podcast.
You're on time if you're 5 minutes early. You're late if you're on time.
You hear me?
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Has to be on
That's
time.
good though. That's good. Because you've been doing this for a minute. This is not your first interview. You know, so being on time is important, man. I can't tell you how many of these we do. We're the ones waiting on y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, today was the
other way around. I know, man. My bad. Hey, we got Namek in here from the 626. You feel me?
6.
The SGV is in the building. From the SGV to the IE.
That's so rare. I'm a 626 kid too, so that's so rare.
What city?
Arcadia.
Arcadia. That's right.
Walnut.
Santa Anita, my girl.
Yes.
Come on, by the
Santa Anita,
racetracks.
baby. Yes.
By the racetracks. Were you right there by the tracks?
Well, SGV's only so big, man. So, I'm like
Santa
15.
Anita.
Yeah, I'm right there.
close by.
Covina, Irwindale area. So, shout out to the hometown.
By Grandma House.
Yeah, right there by the park. Right there by the park, man.
Those of y'all that don't know.
By Live Oak.
Well, those of you that don't know, I said Grandma because Namek here is my cousin. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
we're
the primo right here,
we got
man.
the same last name, man.
Come on, we got J.I.'s in the building, man.
Let's go.
Come on, cuz. Hey, real talk. It's dope that we finally right here doing this because I know we've been talking about it for a few years now.
Cool minute.
Yeah, man.
Cool minute. We got familia in here, man. You know?
He has not shut up about you coming in, so we're so happy to have you.
And it's good to be right here with the two legends too, man. Battlecat and Big Hen G. So
I was about to say, let's introduce him. Sir, your name?
My name is Hen G, Hengee, and you can add Garcia to it too.
Hen G Garcia?
Hola.
Let's get it, Garcia. He did tell me on his resume at the very top, it said, I speak Spanish. You feel me? At the very
He said
top.
that. He's like,
I am Afro-Latino, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Afro-Latino, homie.
You know
You see that?
Hondureño sin sueño.
You see that?
You know what I mean?
Damn, say that, repeat that?
Hondureño sin sueño.
Sin sueño.
You know what I'm saying?
Fluently.
I love it.
Sure.
That's what's up. And I'm sure y'all know the man. I need no introduction. You want to go ahead and give him
It's
that?
the legendary, DJ Battlecat in your ear hole.
Woo,
Hey,
that's it.
that voice, I like that.
Let's go.
But being Afro Latino, have you ever been in a situation where like some Hispanic people have like saying stuff about you and you understood everything?
My entire life.
Wow.
I'm at the doctor's office, I'm raising my hand. They looking by me and saying, let me see, what's your birth date to make sure? Or when the police stop me, I get double checked and what have you. I don't look like a Garcia, but when you see baseball, they don't speak English and they're chocolate too. So, you know what I mean? Colombians.
They're from Colombia and then Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
Dominicans
we
as
come
well.
in different shades, man. We all familia, man. All of us, black and brown.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. So that's why I'm very prideful when it comes down to this collaboration we got going. It's a black and brown unity thing. It's something that really needed to be going down, and I feel like it's the perfect time.
Since the early days of G-Funk, it need to be going down, Oh,
yeah. I feel like the brown, when it comes down to that, I feel like, man, like I'm really trying to really just let my name be known and really show where my heart's at, and that really is with this real G-Funk, real hip-hop shit. It's been in my heart since I can remember, bro. So once again, to be linking up with the legend right here and really putting our brains and minds together, coming out with some dope music is something cool.
The more you guys familiarize yourselves with Namek, the artist, the more you'll start to hear his style and his influences. And it's so funny. I can ask you all these questions, but I already know the answer.
But you got to for the fans.
Yeah, he's got a very big G-Funk sound and rhythm and influence in his deliveries and his bars. And I totally know how, I can see where that comes from, growing up with 90s hip hop, especially, what we used to listen to as kids, with the Warren G's and the Snoop Doggs and stuff like that, and the Battlecats making all the beats for everybody, for all the greatest. Was it ever like a choice for you to switch up style in the beginning to make it your signature style? I mean, were you know what I mean? Was it always G-Funk from the jump?
No, well, at first it was kind of like I didn't have access to the production, so I was banging the G-Funk all day, but I wasn't really making it because I didn't have access producer-wise. So not to say I'm not a boom bap head either. I'm a hip hop head when it comes down to it. So I was real influenced by like the homies out there in South Central, like the Project Blodians, homies who used to stay right there at the Good Life, Leimert Park, and homies like Mike and Nine Freestyle Fellowship. I don't know if homies are familiar with him, but there's dudes like Ahmad back in the day when I was young.
I'm not a kid anymore.
He came from the Good Life. He came from the Good Life, and Skilo. I wish I was a little bit taller.
Speak on it, baby.
He came from the Good Life. So dudes like that, man. I grew up on cats like that, and as the years went by, I was finally able to eventually link up with, you know, homies that were more in the industry and, you know, had more to offer for me. So
how did that story begin? How did you start to like link up with people that could actually make a difference in your career?
Just networking, you know, spitting these bars, going from place to place, handing out my business cards and
business cards. Wow.
Yeah.
What are those?
I still try to keep it as organic as possible. I got 100
look
pack
out
on
for
me
it.
right now.
Hey, when you go out to the parking lot, look under your windshield, homie. It's gonna be Nam's next party flyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But real talk. There's been a couple times when I just been in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to my big brother Cocaine. You know, OG Ruthless Records, Cocaine. Yep. One day I was just freestyling outside of the internet radio station, and Cocaine pulls up on me and is like, "Ooh, cuz, you got some spittles, cuz." I'm trying to link up with you after this. You know, long story short, he ended up inviting me to a video shoot with him, Kurupt, Trey D of the East Siders, and kind of just linked up from there. And that was back in 2015, 2016, something like that. And ever since then, kind of just been on that path, bro.
Trey D of the East Siders, man. I ain't here. Don't say my name, homie. I ain't here. Remember that movie, Baby Boy?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't Baby Boy. That was Wash.
How many people up in the house?
It's me. I'm Slim. Face, Trey D, Dog, Mr.
Man, who you talking to?
Hey, homie, I ain't here, homie. Don't be saying I'm here like that, low.
Oh, yeah, he on the watch, too.
Wash?
He was in both. Stop playing.
Yeah, he was in both, right? He wasn't both, but that line was from the Wash.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't here, homie. Don't be saying my name like that. I ain't here.
Real G right there.
There's the ladies call from the Census Bureau.
I know he should, though.
Shout out Pooh.
Oh, yeah, you know. Come on, man. That's so you know, like, yeah. Oh, he directed the Wash? Pooh?
Yes, Pooh. That's what he did, though.
Did he?
Yes, sir.
Because Pooh is the other dude in the house, right? The one that was like kind of funny. He was like, yo, this is the kidnapper.
Yeah, he doing it all. He's acting, directing, everything, producing. That's that
classic,
guy.
Man.
Big
He
Pooh.
brought us some classics, man. What else did he do that I might not know?
3
3
Strikes.
Stop playing.
I was just about to
did
say
that too. That's when G'd Up was in there. That's the soundtrack first coming on, you know.
The intro.
Battlecat Classics. Baby Boy over there.
Fridays, right?
He didn't do Baby Boy.
Yeah, I didn't. Come on, don't play with me.
No. Pooh.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm just throwing me in there. That's what I'm in here. What's up, Pooh?
No, hey, you'd be surprised how much this OG got, man.
For sure.
Man.
What are some of the soundtracks? Let's rewind. So now we know we're talking about
Dr.
Battlecat.
Doolittle thing. Well, do you want to roll a little Kim and RL? That's one. Thin Line Between Love and Hate with the homie Drew Down, Players for Real. Did that with him. So We Can Freak It on the
What soundtrack was that on?
Come on.
What was I didn't even know that was on.
We Can Freak It is on the soundtrack of I want to say come on, Cat.
Come on.
With Jamie Foxx and all them in it.
Booty Call?
No. Go back.
Booty Call. Can you pick it up?
Caffeine and all them in it. You know, girls, homegirls. What's the name of that movie? You got me on that one. Draws down on that one. It was a dope ass. Would Be Clubbing was on the same soundtrack as well.
Oh, come on, man.
I want to say Players Club.
It could have been. No, but on everything, my favorite Battlecat track of all time, and it happens to be on the soundtrack as well, is that Lucy Pearl.
You did Lucy Pearl?
Come on, man.
I know it.
I put it down for the LBC.
I put it down for a place called Queens.
You know I represent the 213.
I hold it down for the big city.
I keep it gangster for all my young kids.
All the PYTs with their own car keys.
I put it down for all the
Ladies.
It's all about you.
Skin it back. It's all about you. Alibaba.
Yeah. Featuring, you know, that Q-Tip and Snoop.
Q-Tip and Snoop. Yeah, that's another one.
My favorite song.
That was on Save the Last Dance soundtrack as well. Double platinum.
All over Lucy Pearl, all over the world.
Yeah, come on,
Raphael
man.
Sadi, one of my favorites, bro.
Oh, God, I got so many questions for you, Battlecat.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Get back to Namek. He is
we'll
our
go back and forth.
star.
Hey, it's all love.
He is the star.
Okay, so let me tell you this. Let me tell you something. So having this man in your corner right here, who came first?
Well, my big bro Henji right here, through another mutual homie, my boy Jimmy Lokes and homie Spider. You know, they ended up linking up, and one day was just like, yo, we want to introduce you to the big homie Henji. I think he could help you out. So next thing you know, Henji's at my studio, scoping me out, listening to my music, and you know, he decided to take a chance on your boy. So, you know, I'm now an artist on Final Level Music. Yeah, now an artist on Final Level Music, which is Henry and Ice-T. Big up to the big bro Ice-T as well. So,
It's so crazy how you. I mean, I just started. I got put up on game on your social media, and I'm like, oh, let's see what Cuz is posting right now, and you know, I see you next to Ice-T. You know, and just some legends here, legends there. The Dog Pound is behind you, both of them. You know, and I'm like, yo, like, what is he out there doing? Like, you know, who is the link? You know, you really did it from the root to the fruit, baby. You know.
Yeah, man. Shit, I always just. Let me tell you something. I always just felt like I had it, man. You know.
You did always have it, and I'm gonna tell you how. Okay, so you remember there was always these house parties that we would have, usually around the holidays or somebody's birthday with the familia. You know, it was a lot of them at my house, and there was a lot of them at the Godoy house. Okay, it was our other cousin.
Yeah.
You know,
Diligence.
Diligence. You know, another rapper. And David, which is Diligence, our cousin, another rapper, but later became doctor. He had this little like studio in the cut, like in their garage. Remember, in the second half of back house of the garage in the backyard in Rosemead, in Rosemead, California.
Rosemead.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I spent all. I mean, she thinks I might eat, but he knows I grew up more on. Like you know, before I went to UCR, you know, UC Riverside, I didn't know life existed east of the 15 freeway. I'm grateful that I do now because there's a whole culture out here. But I mostly grew up between Ontario and LA, so SGV.
Super dope.
You did tell me that, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, we used to hang out at David's house in Rosemead all the time, and he used to have these little sessions where we would just be, you know, our parents be in the house or whatever, and, you know, be late at night, and then we smoke a little, you know, something, and we'd be in there, in the cut, and he'd have a beat just playing, and we'd each take a turn. I don't even know if you remember this. We were so young. We'd each take a turn going up to the microphone and seeing what we got. And I'd go do my thing, and I'd have nothing. So I'd be in and out of there, you know. And then this dude will come on. And I just remember hearing him, you know, in the very beginning. It's not that you didn't have nothing, but you had something. I remember feeling and watching you, I was like, yo, man, it's not like he was great at that time, but you had the hunger, dude. He was just kids.
Hey, I was like 14, 15 back then.
So, and I'm so happy, dude, to see this come around. You know, where it kind of blossomed into radio for me, you know, among other things, and you doing your thing as an artist.
Nah, I appreciate
I'm happy for you, cuz. I'm proud of you, man.
Hey, real talk, you know? I'm happy for you too, dog, because you know, I know you've been right here with 99.1 iHeart for over what, 10 years?
20.
Yeah. 20 years, my G.
I love the baby face for you, baby.
No, that's what I'm seeing. 20 plus years. You and ODM holding it down, right? So salute to you as well, cuz that's what's up, G.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
20 years,
20 years, man. I've been here,
OG.
at the same radio station. Yeah. About 20 years, yeah. I'm not gonna put the age out there, but we'll just keep it there. You feel
Baby
me?
face.
20. We just turned 21. What are you talking about? You just turned 21.
I'm gonna tell you and my man will know because you look young too. Everybody in here. The key is water.
Baby face.
Is water.
Oh,
Drink
lots of water.
Come on.
You know, try not to have too many baby mamas.
Healthy relationships.
Healthy relationships. Yes. Can you give me another key of looking young? Because you look good, Battlecat.
Look at that beard, boy.
Give me another
That
key.
skin is glowing. Black don't crack, baby.
Hey, listen, all we doing is just making sure we love living, and taking care of yourself is so essential to do so. You know, you want to be around for your children's children and anything else that is destined for you on this thing called Earth. So I'm passionate about it. I still got some things to work on, but I just love where I'm at right now, being inspired by the young youth. And education is key, you know what I'm saying, about where you want to be at in life as far as your health. So,
And staying positive.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, I've watched a few of your interviews, and one thing that I have to say that stuck out about you, Battlecat, is that you're very, very positive. Like in every interview that I've watched, everything that comes out of your mouth is very positive. So I love that. It's rare. Not everyone in this world is positive.
I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, you know, I do turn to things that are challenging and, you know, that make us, you know, pressure, you know, adversity, you know. I love a little bit of that sometimes. I used to run from it, but I embrace it now because that's what give you character and anything else, charisma, anything else, you know, we need to be resilient in this thing called life. So it's important, you know. I have my grandkids and family to look up to keep me on top of things, and they'll tell me the real. Don't even care about the limelight and the fame. They'll be like, yo, as long as we can see you and feel you no matter where you go, that's cool because you're a representation of us. Just like they are for me when they're out in the world. So it's pretty dope to have that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Was there ever a moment where your kids did like that though? Like kind of like if they were attended a premiere with you or something like that, and they're just like, Daddy, this is kind of cool,
Yeah, I mean, it's a trip because when early on, they with me and they can still see me being me as a human being, as long as I can still be father, along with the brand and the name. I mean, they see that I'm passionate about balancing the two, and it's always been good doing so. Sometimes we get a little besides ourselves because, we're feeling good about the places we're becoming successful at. But then it's a balance of being approachable, what I'm saying? So if you're not approachable with your success and all that limelight, it's like it can be kind of scary sometimes, you want your children to feel safe. Like I find myself home within and I wear it like a hat or a wreath or a tie. I wear it well, and it's a good thing. And then I asked them too, honestly, like, how was Daddy? Was I cool? Was I right?
After you get off of a set or something?
Yeah, I have to involve them in, it's not like it's my world and you're in it. No, we in it together because you're an extension of me, and then they can see how to be like that in the world for themselves when they progress and be successful in life. So.
Yeah.
Jams.
They have a great role model.
Hey, man,
great role model.
Flaws and all, it's all good.
Hey, dog, come on, man. That's what makes us human.
Yes, we need that.
Hey, speaking of, you ain't got any little mammies that we know about that you might not know about yet? I mean, you've been doing this
as
for.
I know, no.
None that you know about?
No. Not that I know.
Running around, you rap, you.
Not that I know of anyway.
You keeping your raincoat on, homie?
Yeah, for sure. Stand up.
What you mean, they busting through those?
Trying to stay as responsible as I can.
I brought this up in another interview. Who do we have in here? I don't remember what artist we had here. I was telling her about Arthea Chuchi. And I was like, every time she's in the room, she comes to visit our auntie. We be having regular conversations. Thanksgivings, birthdays. Mijo, how you been? As soon as she leaves, she never fails to give me that one gem. If she could be saying anything, Mijo, so good to see you. Don't forget to wrap it up.
Yeah. That was Jay Rose or something. I think that was Jay Rose, because he said he wants 5 different baby mamas.
That was J Rock was in here.
Was it J Rock? Okay, it was one of those two.
Yeah. But so I always take that advice to. I remember she'll text me, she'll write me on Facebook. Hey, are you keeping that umbrella handy? You feel me? Like
Chuchi, man.
Yeah, Chuchis, man.
The girls these days, I heard they're poking holes through them. So
they're trying everything they can. You feel me? They're trying everything they can.
I've heard the crazy stories. Okay.
I've lived them.
I just gotta be careful.
You got a girlfriend or anything?
Yeah, you know the boot thing out there. Yeah, So.
Why don't you ever post her?
Come on, bro.
You know how that goes.
I get it.
You know what? I hate that format because if that's not how the relationship began, then don't do it there. And it's a lot of expectation if you go there. You know what I'm saying? If she get accustomed to it, then she wouldn't appreciate her privacy if she did. So I kind of encourage people to kind of keep it off the line.
Keep it separate.
You know what I'm saying? When you see me, and
then
you see her and you see me, you know what it is.
Yeah, I literally
for me.
I had this conversation with somebody today, and I was like, oh, it was so weird how this girl did her pregnancy reveal. She was just doing a get ready with me video on Instagram, and she was like, oh there's my bump. Okay, that's weird. Okay, and then she moved on, and I was like, that's how you're gonna reveal you're pregnant? Okay. And then my boyfriend was like, well, what's so weird about that? He was like, how do you think people found out your mom was pregnant back in the day? There was no social media. It was when you see me, and when you know kind of situation. But now social media makes it seem like you have to do this whole big reveal. I'm in a relationship. We're a couple. Oh, I'm pregnant. Gender reveal.
It's sad because it's a thing of entitlement and people feeling important, and I know society, they want to belong to something. You know what I'm saying? But it's a certain way to do it where it's integrity and respect, there's dignity, all that stuff that goes into, when it's the element of surprise, nothing is a surprise now, So it's oh man, I know everything about you, and then, you wonder why you can't get a sense of your identity behind that whole little movement. So I kind of pulled back too because I was becoming a little Instagram hoe or whatever. I was going live. I was an IG hoe. I was on it.
In what sense? I'm just posting everything, posting food pictures, all that.
And it was hey, we already know who you are, but thanks for sharing this. But then I understood the balance, man. It's cool, and that's why I love about this dude Namek. You know, he's so laid back. He show up to the things that is necessary, and that's what inspires some of the records that we even produce together, you know, which was so dope.
Yeah, for real.
Let's talk about it, man. Back in the day, I love these joints, man. Talk about back in the day real quick, because you know, being that it is family up in here, I saw a picture of your parents when they were younger.
Oh,
you know, in the music video.
Yeah.
You know, the concept for back in the day. Battlecat production. Were you guys already cooking up, or like is that like just came from a session?
Namek is gonna tell that. I know about it, but I like it Namek.
I love the back in the day joint, man.
Yeah, so it's The Way He Was Raised, but back in the day, same track. You know, it's called The Way He Was Raised, and that pretty much just like we were talking about, brother, from the old school family reunions and just you know, my childhood, bro. We sampled that Malo Suavecito record. And that obviously brings back a lot of memories for the whole family. So Battlecat asked me, he was like, man, just send me 3, 4, 5 records of whatever you used to listen to back in the day with your parents and with your family. So that's exactly what we got out of it. I'm glad he picked that sample to make that beat out of. And that was actually the first one he made, I think.
That was Suavecito?
Yeah, Suavecito sample.
The sample. Mm-hmm.
No, it was Malo. The song is called Suavecito.
Right.
By Malo.
Malo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was a beautiful thing, man. I was really proud of how that one came out.
Who called that though? Was that like? Did you want that specific song to be sampled? Did you know the melody? Or?
I gave him like 4 or 5 to choose from, and he came out. I
started with that one first, you know. I got to the rest, but what it was is I wanted to keep the funk thing alive and doo-wop. You know, I noticed the Hispanics and Latinos, you know, they grew up on a lot of oldies and doo-wop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Diddy, you know, Roger Troutman, I wanted to keep that vibe. I played Talk Box.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a low banger.
Yeah.
And we can dance and groove to this, and we killed it. And I'm glad he followed that, because I respect the culture of
let's give him a little
brown card. Yeah, give it to him. Give it to him. Yeah, let's do that. Hit him over the head.
Hey, shout out to the Mamacita, you know. Shout out to Cece, the homegirl.
Yeah.
Cece.
Yeah, big up Cece, man. It's one big radio family, right? That's what it is,
absolutely.
bro.
That's the homegirl.
Ready? West Coast Creations.
Battlecat behind the wheel.
See y'all. Let's get into it right now. Namek.
Let's go. We got the music video on full screen. Let's get it.
It's the way he was raised back in the days, doing his thing, catching it fades, but only when he needed to.
Hey, you feel this in the SUV?
Yes, sir.
Come on, boy.
Yes, sir. City of Covina, bro.
This Covina?
All Covina right there.
Any West Covina? Is it Covina?
Borderline.
He was born in West Covina, in a state where it doesn't hurt to have it on you. But luckily he never really got caught up in all the gunplay. That ain't the way he was brought up. At least not at first, up in the SGV. So he was more into spray paint and NPC. Call it hip hop, but even before that, he was a sports fan. Laker logo right on the doormat of his mom and pop's crib. Yeah, his mom and pop did plenty things. Yeah, his pop started off in Compton and moved to La Puente and married a queen. Had a princess, then a prince when I was a king. When he was 12 or 13 though, after practicing all them free throws, he studied the clean flow of elite pros. And always respected the elements, but at the same time never letting a man insult his intelligence. That's the way he was raised raised back in the days, doing his thing, catching the phase. But only when he needed to. You show respect and he keep it cool, real talk. Bumping G-Funk's on that OD, best believe.
That's it.
Yeah, we speaking on facts, never hit the pen. Nah, juvie was enough for him. Realizes freedom was everything if he wants to win. Still love to sin with the devil on his left shoulder, but the angel on his right told him when you get older, karma gonna get you. You liable to end up in the grave. So be careful with all that stupid shit you say. Took that advice and always kept it with him to this day. And now appreciates his life in the realest way. He's still amazed, telling all the tracks and words. Now he gets paid to write songs and rap his words. Plenty MCs in the past he's had to serve to be in the position to defeat
in
his
the house
family's
party,
word.
let's go.
Come on, baby.
Back for this macaroni, especially with these music notes and microphone tatted on me. Cause he is me on this fresh track. Namek and Battlecat, black and brown unity, bringing that West back, folks. It's the way he was raised, back in the days, doing his thing, catching the phase. But only when he needed to. Show respect and he keep it cool, real talk.
How you use real people in the house party. Not a bunch of like fake models, Instagram. It's a real,
very organic.
People from the block, you know?
Come on now.
It's the way he was raised, back in the days, doing his thing, catching the phase. But only when he needed to. Show respect and he keep it cool, real talk.
facts now, speaking on facts now, speaking on facts now.
Talk about it. Wow. It's called The Way He Was Raised. You know what I mean? Namek, Battlecat production. Let's go.
Straight fire.
Dope one right there, man.
Hey, yo, when you making records like this, do you understand? I mean, do you feel the momentous value behind what he brings, what he's bringing, like just everything that where they come from and what they're helping you to achieve. Like when he first came in here and we were talking about who's sitting where, you know, it don't matter who the bigger star or whatever. He's like, yo, Namek's taking that seat. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Give him the main camera. I'll be back. You know what I mean?
That's love, man.
It's all about him.
You got people like motherfucking Battlecat doing that for you.
He's the star.
You know what I mean? And you are a star.
Honestly, brother, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for the position that I'm in right now. There's two big homies right here, Battlecat, man. I love this brother right here. I love Angie right here, man. To be honest, I never would have thought that it'd be popping off like how it is exactly, man. But I know dreams come true. I'm keeping it super humble right now, homie. Dreams come true, and you know,
don't they though?
You know, it really is.
Don't they though?
You know, I just got to keep
his
being me,
work
brother.
ethic, listen, his work ethics and his passion is really there. It matches where I'm going, where I've been, and I want the world to know that, man. This is what it is. You know, good music, good content. You know, some foundation. You got a community that's supporting you as well. You know, you're here to give them a balance between what's out there. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to shit on what is not great. We're just here to inspire you to how you can keep it fresh and organic. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with showing love and respect and appreciation for how you got where you are. You can do it tasteful. Because we got corporate America, you know. Now, of course, they talk, but they still want to present it in a way where it's tasteful and it feels like an invitation to something. We have beautiful children where we know they're going to be exposed sooner than later, but, you know, give them a chance to breathe and have some type of appreciation of what something positive and solid is. And that's what I love about Namek, because it's not like he can't get greasy and dirty with the rest of them. He can definitely do that, but I just love the fact that he has a balance with his get down, and he's sharp and he's fresh and he understands the history. So it wasn't nothing for me to attach my greatness to him. Mm-hmm. But he wasn't doing me any favors. He was really, to me, equal to what God and the industry and my family have taught me in being a dope producer. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh man, I can't wait to produce him. You know what I'm saying? So Hen played a major role. We got to have him speak too, even though we know it's about the homie. But I want him to give us his point of view of how he felt bringing us both together. Or, you know, I think the world need to hear that. Speaking, tell him, Hen G, tell him what you.
And real quick, Big Hen, my bad, G, but I just wanted to shout out the homies from West Coast Creations who also connected the dots, man, along with Big Hen. Shout out Johnny and the whole squad.
Yeah, man, if you're listening.
Yes, it's all love. But let them know what time it is.
When I met Namek has you his cousin. You just said he was hungry when he's young, so you can imagine him now. So when I met him, he was a Mexican rhyming with a lot of brothers just digging in. So I wanted him to speak a little more Espanol here and there a little bit so his culture will accept him, because him hanging out with a lot of brothers and not remembering where he's from, it'd be kind of friction a little bit. You guys know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So we put that together like it's chemistry. Then Battlecat, of course, have been seeing Namek out and about, because Namek has been rapping out and about for quite a long time, and his skills has enhanced. What I wanted to do was basically, I was happy when Battlecat and Namek hooked up, because Battlecat will take you to the radio and the streets. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, and the streets. So Namek was in the middle. It was kind of not confusing. I was just trying to grab him out the bottoms to take him on the top a little bit, with still some respect for the guys from the underground, like they do, right? They give you they pay homage, the guys from your school and stuff like that. So now we family, and as I was saying, when I connected, when Battlecat when I asked Battlecat about Namek wanted to work with Battlecat. Battlecat was already familiar with Namek, going out there working with cocaine and seeing him out there grinding. So, you know, that's what it was. You know, they met each other. I backed up a little bit. I play the executive guy. You know, I came up with Ice-T Rhyme Syndicate. We was the first hip-hop family in the West Coast. My brother and I, Evil E. So
big up Evil.
So we like MCs. Namek is an MC. You know, whatever color, whatever, he's a brown MC. We don't say he's a Mexican MC. He's an MC.
Hell yeah.
So
hell yeah, and I love that because, you know, it's sad to say it's a difference, and I don't like saying that. But everybody knows what I'm talking about, you know what I mean? I don't even want to call out artists, but you know when people say that, yo, it's a like Mexican rapper, whatever. It's a Mexican. He's a Mexican.
So they call it like Chicano rap.
Chicano rap, yeah.
Because of his bald head. Because of his bald head, they look at him like a Chicano rapper in the East Coast, and a lot of the brothers because of his, you know, visuals. But he's an MC.
Yeah.
That is.
He's a lyricist.
Hey, much love to all my raza out there.
Of course.
At the end of the day, like, it really ain't your average type of Chicano rap, baby. Come on now, let's get this.
That's a culture, so you don't diss that. You know, that's a.
I just said shout out to all my raza, man, but it ain't that average type of Chicano rap, you know.
Yeah, it ain't Chicano rap. You ain't doing Chicano rap.
Yeah.
Well, without naming artists, you know, because I don't want to go because I got respect and love for everybody that does music in their own way. Because at the end of the day, music is art. It's expression. You know, it's a part of who you are and where you came from and how you grew up. And everybody it's a beautiful thing how anybody can express that, whether you're making Indian music or you know whatever you want to make, you know. But then when people come with the labels like it's Chicano rap, I guess it is what it is. You know, it's gonna come how it comes.
Yeah.
But I think it's great that you're walking that tightrope of staying above water as an MC. You're kind of like you're earning the respect and the what do you call it? Just what people call you and how they know you as a hip hop is you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're not on either side of the if you slip off the rope this way, you're a Chicano rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like we could do a little bit of everything. Versatility is key, is what I always like to say. And my best ability is my availability. So it's kind of just being everywhere with it when I need to be, you know, and just staying humble with it, bro. But yeah, I know there's a lot of work to be done still. I'm always taking in, you know, great advice from the OGs and even from younger homies too that have been there, done that. You know, I'm always taking in advice, always trying to gain knowledge, and so always trying to keep it rolling.
Namek is loyal. Loyalty is the best royalty.
Oh, I told the story, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Because when a Battlecat met Namek, I kind of backed up a little bit. We brothers from a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
We brothers from a long time ago.
Right.
So a lot of dudes would basically talk in Namek's ear and say, come this way, you know, and stuff like that. Even though we didn't speak, but we spoke when we finished the production. It was all love, celebration. Now we're here with his cousin. We're here doing our thing, you know. So.
And we got a couple other bangers, man. We got another one now called Priceless. I don't know if you checked that one out with Nate Dogg's son in here.
Come on, my boy. Hold on. Your boy comes ready.
No, yeah.
Come on, man. I'm a journalist, baby. I come prepared.
I can't front.
Let's go.
It's probably my favorite one. Facts.
Cat on the talk box.
Let's get it.
Is that fingers one?
Yep.
Hey, big up to the homie Inhale. Rest in peace to King of Hooks, Nate Dogg, man.
West Coast creation.
That's right.
You got what's his name?
Yeah, the homie Noel G.
My life is when I write this down.
You got Hector up in here.
Say I'm the nicest, precise way of keeping it.
Let's go.
Staying righteous, I might just roll up a split. You're something like this. We bring the flavor like Tri-Tip. Funkified hits, I got your lady wishing she was my side chick. No sidekicks, we all bossed up. With Inhale and Battlecat, yeah, my dogs got love. Try to call my blood, but I ain't bluffing. I'm serving up like turduckets on Turkey Day with my cousins conversing where we
be grubbing.
I be the plug in certain situations. Never imitation, this is innovation with familiar faces. I hear the greatness every single time the bass hits. It's like we can't miss. Black and brown, break bread. Now bugger love, get ready to double up. Get my Betty, I better be ready. Now we coming up, let's go.
I think that you go, keep it so West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. Where deep is roll, ladies tag along. Can I get some respect for my flow? Make it 1, 2, roll.
Lil Nate Dogg.
Baby Nate, yeah, Inhale. Yes, sir.
It's something lovely, like sipping on bubbly with my little mama hugging me, enjoying the company. Every day I'm staying sucker free. Haters me mugging me, now their faces looking ugly. But starting drama really ain't my cup of tea. It's unbelievable, all of the things that people do. So evil and deceiving, believe that there is a deeper root. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money out.
Y'all.
It's time to build with the best of them. Keep the building electric. When I be killing this, that they tripping. It's lyricists Mexican. Sometimes silly investments, they looking really impressive. But all they want is just to feel the attention. Tell them kill the aggression, put some respect on my name. And boom, here's another gem for your brain. It's the West where they bang. So infected with gangs. So all you blames come correct or get checked for your chain. West.
I think that you go, keep it so West Coast, West Coast, West Coast.
West Coast, baby.
Ladies tag along.
Where we from?
Can I get some respect for my flow. Get 1, 2, oh, even tiptoe. I ride foreign cars and on the low low. Sometimes I go fast, but I ride slow. I think that you know I keep it so West Coast, West Coast, West Coast.
Priceless, yo.
Ladies, tag along, tag along. Can I get some respect for
DJ Battlecat on the track. Nammy Nams. Break it down one time, Cat.
I'm a go-getter, so clever, but like her then I'm gon' get her, and won't never ask for nothing less than 4 figures. Every time I do my thing, cause I'm a dope spitter, a go-getter, I'm a go-getter, so clever, but like her then I'm gon' get her, and won't never ask for nothing less than 4 figures. Every time I do my thing, cause I'm a dope spitter. Don't let up, get your cheddar. I know at times you might get fed up, but keep your head up. Make sure them hoes don't get you set up, wet up with a dirty Beretta, all because you trying to do better by getting your bread up. Scandalous and beautiful, this the land where the music will make the mommies move their bodies. Matter of fact, what that booty do? It's a work of art. Always tastes great when we cooking all day. Now, hey yo, baby Nate, bring that hook in. Them ladies tag along.
Oh, this the one.
This the one right here. Final level.
Playing with him now.
Yeah, he's not playing, man. That feel good music.
Stop playing.
You know, he wanted another We Can Freak It so bad, so I had to pull out certain elements from that hit record and era, and I'm so glad that I did, you know, because I don't really like duplicating.
Right.
I like going to another level, but he said, Cat, can I please
Is that what he
get the
what
essence
you
of
wanted in
that vibe? Yes, you can play We Can Freak It right after that. It's going to have that same vibe,
I hear
feel
it,
good.
yeah.
I can't
It's there.
front.
Same drums, just a little flip on the music and getting in here, which is, you know, Nate Dogg's son. You know, I was just happy that I can get the next generation with my music. I always want to elevate and bring the new generation from where we come from. You know, it's nothing wrong with having a foundation of great music going into the future. You know what I'm saying?
It happens all the time. Samples, all of that. But it's beautiful that you got to do it to yourself.
Yo, I'm watching the music video to We Can Freak It. Is that you in the beginning?
Yeah.
I said, y'all.
Putting the needle to the turntable.
Oh, yeah.
Now you hear the claps. You hear me? And the drums. It's the same vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit of slower tempo, right?
Just a little bit.
Nah, but yeah, bro. I was a little hesitant when I was like, yo, Cat, I need that We Can Freak It part 2, but I'm glad I asked him, man, and he delivered with flying
that vibe. I had a crazy little, I want to say almost like, not want to cry, but just that glow, teary-eyed kind of thing. Like, man, I didn't hold back on them. That's anytime I hook up with someone that's talented and destined like him, you know, and I know I can bring my best to the table. You know, with so many people who supported the Battlecat brand and sound, I'm just glad that he pulled that out of me, because it's another thing. You can have your talent, you can be great all you want to, but it's special when you have someone who could draw the next level or the appreciation or the essence of what you do and introduce it to a new generation, because a lot of people didn't know he had that relationship with Battlecat like that until we start building the relationships and, you know, going to each other's functions. You know, I would do function, he would come and support me, and they start seeing that, and then next thing you know, here come the songs, you know, and they were like, oh, wow, and that's what we want to do. We want to keep doing that. We want to let everyone know that, you know, stand firm, staying strong, you know, be dedicated to your passion, you know what I'm saying? Adversity is dope, you know what I'm saying? Don't run from it, run to it, you feel me? I always could take the negative and flip it to the positive every time.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, thank y'all for having me, too, here with this man celebrating these records. We got to get them. You got to get the ears open, so as many times we can play this or put this where it needs to be, so everyone can say, hey, put this in your crate. This is it. Put this in your car. You know, we should be working out. You know what I'm saying? We're going through something, and you need something to uplift you. You know what I'm saying? You got these records right here to be a motivation to your destiny. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely music that we need again. Like, I feel like a lot of artists these days that we're hearing now on the radio, they don't have that West Coast sound. And, you know, being from the West Coast, I miss it. Like, listening to your music right now, I'm like, wow, I really...
West Coast sound. Because the West Coast sound now has got a whole new
I'm not talking about the Bino Rideaus and the blast. I'm talking about the classic West Coast sound, like what I'm hearing right now. And it's really nice to like hear someone like you like bringing that back.
And you know, 99% of it is already radio edited, so just in case y'all got some type of feeling on 99.1, we throwing it out there.
About 1%.
DJ pack.
You got the DJ pack on lock.
Intros, outros.
And half the time we don't even need the DJ pack because it's already, you know, ain't no cussing in my lyrics, but the DJ pack for the instrumentals and acapellas and stuff. But yeah, man.
You got it on all the record pools and stuff online? We gotta get you on those, man.
Yeah, you know, we're working on more things right now, but yeah, you know.
That's to say, whatever you need to do or whatever we all could collectively help you with to make sure it get to all the DJs, we would appreciate that.
What's the one right now, the single that would be like, yo, we're gonna take you there, what's it gonna be?
The recent single would be The Way He Was Raised. But to me, to be honest with you, I feel like that's a real summertime vibey type song, and I feel like priceless, even though it's maybe 6 to 9 months older than that. It still hasn't been heard by the world yet, so we could still drop that however we want to, and I feel like that's an overall
priceless, man. It bangs so hard.
Yeah, bro.
It sounds so good.
Yeah.
Look. Was that Fingers Talk Box or was that old school?
Yeah, that's Fingers. Yeah,
the Starbucks.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. You know, me, Teddy, all of. I didn't use this product on awards and anything you could think of. You know, live concerts with my peers. You know, I'm a sound designer. I done made some sound package for native instruments and all kind of stuff. I appreciate him, and that's a cold, talented brother. You know, his nationality, he a white boy, but man, he gets down. He's got so much soul. It don't even matter.
You ever work with Fingers, man?
Nah, man. One time, me, him, and Roscoe, Kurupt's little brother, were talking about some stuff years ago, but it never came to fruition. But
but it will now.
Yeah,
How about that?
Word up. Shout out Fingers.
Yeah, we line pushers. You bringing them up, what's gonna happen? You know.
Peace, Fingers. I got your number, baby. We holla at you.
Make it happen, man.
Salute.
Well, Fingers is no stranger to this building, man. Especially back in the day, he was in here a lot with ODM, man, working a lot with ODM on his solo projects. And stuff.
Super dope.
That's dope.
There's another thing I was gonna ask you about because when I was doing research on you and your discography and records that you've done, I did not know. I mean, you tell me it's true. It's from what I read, because when you brought up Lucy Pearl, I thought it didn't say. I couldn't find that. I knew that, but I couldn't find it.
Song.
But did you produce a joint on Lighter Shade of Brown's first album?
Yes, I did.
Paquito Soul?
Yes,
that is
did.
so
super dope.
So great.
And that was during my K-Day days. So we talking about what year was that? 80, 87, 88?
80,
87 or 88. Either had to be one of the two.
80s,
yeah. It was way before the 89. Look again.
You sure?
I wasn't even born yet. Oh my God!
I mean, I was a K-Day mix master at the time. So Jam and James, and really Jam and James introduced me to them, and they always wanted to work with me. I didn't even have a hit record.
It was on the Brown and Proud album.
And what's the year?
It was 1990. It might have been 89.
Okay. No. I just remember working with Jam and James and working with them, and then one year. They double backed and said, "Hey, Cat, we really want one from you, man. We love what you do." And it was crazy because I didn't even have any records out, but the name was traveling through the neighborhood that Battlecat is not only as a DJ, he's making beats, So it happened, and I'm glad it jumped off. I wish Bobby was here because where I'm at right now, I would have them on a whole nother level with my gift.
New project?
Yes, because I'm so educated now about studio etiquette and musicianship and how to market music now, and that helps tremendously in the art of making music. You know what I'm saying? When you really know all the genres and the history of music and the musicians, you can purposely and intentionally do things to affect change in the world. So, the Quincy Jones and Dr. Dre's, just to name a few, really inspired me to be that type of producer. So that's why we got these kind of records like this. And we talked about it. It wasn't a hard challenge, or whatnot in creating these songs, but I just respect his culture so much. I just didn't want to do something where he didn't have his background and his roots in it, because I do mariachi funk, hip hop, classic tracks. You know, I got another guy I work with, and that's how I start getting into, you know, making Chicano or Latin or Mexican, hip hop orientated type of tracks. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it because they next door neighbors to the Battlecat brand. I mean, I went to school. I had crushes on them, you know. I love beautiful human. I love the culture, the food, the low ride, and everything about it. It's like, damn, man, I can't wait to
I like
produce.
how next door neighbors.
Yeah. We share the same story and struggle.
Oh,
you know?
thank you.
So,
Speak on it. Speak on it for real, because people don't say that a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
black and brown. You know,
when I did a record like "I Love It," which is remake, you know, I had the Latino and the brown card involved because I was raised on Santana. I'm a percussion player. So I want to implement that in my music as much as possible. So having an artist like Namek was like perfect to start bringing out timbales, congas, LPs, congos, you know, all the whole shit, shakers, kambasas, you know. I'm like, I'm finna bring this shit out. We about to do this. Back in the days was that record.
And we got that third one, Mirena, which is something for the ladies that we haven't even released yet. Yeah, it's called Mirena.
Like my queen?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, is that done?
Yeah, we got that third.
Yeah, so excited.
And that's gonna be something special, man. I really want to. Well,
that's about your girl?
Previous. Well, you know, it's about a beautiful woman that I might have met, I might not. You know, gotta find out.
You know, and seeing a lot of brown card rappers haven't had a chance, you know, to be successful with black producers. See, that's another thing. Or take them up under their wings and bring them out. Now, that's a beautiful culture. They can stand on their own. But for me, I was like, nah, man. If they ever come across me and the business right and the movement is right, I got you. And it's not because you have those elements, but if you really believe in yourself and you really want to make a difference, let's go. I don't care what color creed you are, but Namek, he's just one of those. So,
and I'm glad it wasn't
y'all look for them records, man.
Yeah, the Mirena is the next one coming out, and the previous two videos were real cinematic. So you know, the third one's gonna be the charm even more, bro. Like I really want to get some, you know, some A or B class actors in or something like that, and really keep it rocking. So you know, I'm just manifesting in the reality right now.
So you
tell me the name of the first and second one again.
Oh yeah, so the first joint was called "The Way He Was Raised."
The Way He Was Raised back in the day.
Yeah, the second joint, "Priceless," featuring Inhale, aka Baby Nate Dogg. And once again, I feel like that's the one, baby.
Don't he sound like him too? I mean,
he sound very similar. Very similar.
When he first came out, you know.
Yeah, so Inhale actually recorded his first album in my studio. So I was kind of engineering for him and stuff. And the first time he laid those vocals on the microphone, bro, I was like, yo, I got the chills, man. I was like, this is Nate Dogg reincarnated straight up.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, bro. Let
me tell you something. Do you have any good Nate Dogg stories from back in the day? I know you do.
Yeah, I mean, you said good?
Yeah, like any ones that come to mind. Like, I'll share mine while you can think.
Well, I was just amazed that, you know, he take constructive criticism.
That Nate Dogg.
But, you know, but it's not too much directing or producing him in a sense. Now, I haven't been in the room with Dre to see it, but every time my encounters with him, he'll say, play the record. And he really listening to the conversation, the lyrics and who's ever rapping or whatnot. And then just leave him alone. And the next thing you know, this magic just comes over the microphone like he's been with you for years. And so they said a lot about his growth and have an open mind about hearing someone's conversation, you know, meaning raps or whatnot. It's just amazing on how he was able to nail it the one time. So I had one with him in Exhibit. Yeah, he's a one take. You know, I could never, I just never thought I would just find an artist who's just seasoned and passionate about that. He didn't want to waste no one's time. And so that just let me know on his downtime that he was a walking jukebox. He listened to all genres of music. And it's plenty of conversation. He's not doing a lot of talking unless it's on that mic and he's picking up that check. And so when Nate Dogg speaks, I got pros, you know, anything, radio, I'm like, man, this dude is crazy. I got quite a few records with him. I got one on his album called something Streets, Concrete Streets.
On Nate Dogg's album?
I did on Exhibit album. It's been a long time.
My favorite track with you and Nate is the one with E40.
The 999 with E40.
That's
and it's funny. I should have been mentioning that first because I wanted to work with Nate so bad that when I brung the track to E40 and created it in his house. That classic was done in E40's house. But I left him the track and went back to L.A. And next thing I know is the check is in the mail. I didn't get a chance to hear the song just yet. And then it's aired on the radio, and I hear Nate Dogg, and I almost cried because I always wanted to, work with that guy. He was making so much noise on, with the Dog Pound and Dre and everyone. And so it built a unique relationship with him. And we're glad to have his son to be an extension of him. What I like is he's not trying to be like his daddy. He just happened to have something that is the essence of his pops, and so I'm glad he's finding himself. And I think any artist that come out that has that kind of great appreciation for their foundation should do that. Own it, but then find you in it at the same time. So Nate Dogg is incredible. Our Eastsiders, all that. He's been on so many records of mine. But big shout out to Nate Dogg and Inhale as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this was, was this before? It was always like this, I guess, where you can mail, but like this is before the days where they really used to work in studio. As a producer, how are you with people just emailing you vocals versus being in a lab with you?
Well, I only would accept the email aspect of recording if I already have a relationship. I already didn't work with you. Then we did develop a formula relationship. I see what your recording process is. It's professional. You got the right mics, the right pre-amps, and the right engineering etiquette in the art of recording. Once I see you really got that part together, I can leave you alone, and I know you'll get the job done. Some people who are very passionate and talented in their engineering recording skills. But I have this thing where hands-on has been always my first appreciation to the art of making music. You can see my expression, I can see yours. Sometimes things that will interfere, we can pull from everything, and I can just help keep the guidance, because sometimes people just don't know how to really hone in on the mission at hand. So to be able to converse hands-on, I can feel you, you can see me, you can see my dedication. And it's nothing like being in the same room. It's nothing. You can pull from each other, from any, and we can have a unique conversation. You're looking at me in my eyes, and I'm looking at you. You can tell the sincerity about where I'm trying to take you to, and it's dope. But like I said, both works, but it start first with being hands-on. Once we get a few sessions in, and you see what it is, now you take that home with you. And you make the best where you at, and it just works. But sometimes it don't, because people don't have the right recording set up, and it's a lot of mic switching. Right. That's not good, and and that's why we're hearing bad quality in the music. You're taking the work to too many studios, and it's taking the first foundation of how you record it, is taking all the quality of that away. And then by the time we get to me now, I got to play doctor it up and stuff like that, and it costs. And then you wonder why we charging what we charging. We're not just beat makers, we're technicians, we're sound designers. We know how to do sound replacement of music that is damaged and not wrong. We know the history of sounds and drums. We can replace it and sound just like the record, or even better. We had a few records like that with Snoopy. Bad production, but he loved the vibe of it so much. It's like he'll let it slide, he'll let it go, and try to get the best mix on it. But he'll now come to me and say, "Cat, could you bring this back to life?" I know you can. So now I'm listening real tough, and I've been in the game longer than the producers that is coming to Snoopy. So now I can go dig and find the exact same snare, kick, bass line, and play it over again, and embellish it and make it rich, like like it's supposed to be. So
what's some of your favorite memories in the studio with some of the legends that you've worked with?
I'll give you a Dr. Dre moment. He mixed the Last Meals album. We never thought we would have this moment to see Dr. Dre turn knobs or mix our music. We know what he do for his music, but then he mixed our music. So I come in, I'm kind of late, my music is already done. I did Stacey Adams. It was crazy. He was like, man, I love your contribution, meaning what I brought musically. He said, but I was disappointed that I couldn't get the individual tracks of your beat. I wanted to do things individually for each part, the kick, the snare, the drum, you know, whatever, the bass line, the flute, the pianos. But he said, man, it's something about you and your stereo mix, man. You really got it going on, Cat. I said, well, you know, working with Snoopy, you know, if he hears something one time, he don't want to change it. If he fall in love and that's what it is, he's going to roll with the stereo mix because he don't know if we have the skill set to finish a record like Dre do. And then it's another thing, too, with him going, hey, I need to move. I want to put this out such and such and such and such. And so what I started doing was making quality stereo mixes. Like if it's my last. And so what Dre did was say, he said, Cat, I'm going to show you what I did. So he copied the first stereo track of my beat 4 to 5 times, meaning what he did was made a 5-band EQ. So the first stereo track was the bass. He took all the highs out. Boom, 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 boom. It's doing that. He filtered it out. He took the second one. He made the mids. He made the mids and the highs and the tweeters. So he made a 4-band EQ out of one stereo track. And that was amazing to see him do it. He said, don't do that again, but I was impressed with your ears, Kay. You got incredible ears and selection of music. So that was a unique moment to show me how good I am making stereo tracks versus giving someone the original whole 24 tracks.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
It was super dope.
That super stamp from Dre.
Honestly, that's a big deal because I'm friends with his nephew, and his own nephew told me, like, my own uncle told me my music is shit. So the fact that Dr. Dre came to you and said, like, you're dope and your ear and, like, what you've done with music is incredible, like,
I mean,
that's a huge compliment.
It's a huge compliment to the point where, you know, the Battlecat brand is like a store to Dre.
Yeah.
To the point where he took money and invested and bought 10 or 20 of them from me.
Wow.
And so that's just as is in what I do. And I love that because, of course, we want our peers and people we look up to say, hey, this is it. You got something going on. You got your own sound. You don't sound like me. You don't use the same drums. It's like you got your own store, man, and we love coming to shop at your store, and that's how producers should look at their sound. I don't want to come in there and see and hear the same sound with a different name. It doesn't feel like you're who you are. It sounds like you're a copycat of someone else. And so originality, that's what we say OG. I call certain people OG because if they carry something that is original and it's theirs, you have a better chance in having an identity in this music industry.
How do you feel about a lot of the producers nowadays, like, selling their kits and?
Oh, man, to me, sometimes that could be a great thing or a bad thing. You know, if you're an innovator in music, you're gonna be all right. But if you haven't had a chance to do anything great with your own sound, that's like taboo. You know, now everyone is sounding like your kid, and like that, it goes back to what I was just saying about identity. Now, the only way you're going to get me unless you sampling from the records. But I'm not selling the Battlecat drum kit. That's what I ain't going to do.
No, sir.
Because unless I'm through with the game in producing, then I will do that. It makes sense for me to make Battlecat kits. You know, but you would never sound like me. You would just have the essence of the sound, meaning the elements, you know, but how you put it all together, it's a different thing that how I'm wired in the inside. You would never be able to duplicate that because unless you really have open mind and respect for how I get down. Like,
you have all the same ingredients, I mean, you can make the same gumbo, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ain't gonna taste the same. Ain't gonna taste the same sauce.
It's a few producers who are good at making remakes. Dr. Dre is one. DJ Quickest show for one when he did Easy and Said It Done his way. Myself, I'm good with doing that, you know. And we study the greats, because if we're scoring, say if we're scoring and they want something, they can't get the masters, or they can't get. Say if it wasn't an instrumental. Say if Serato wasn't existing right now, where we can take the vocals out and now we got the instrumental
with the stems.
The thing is, how good are you in studying the sound of music? So we collect them all, buy all the drum machines, get all the same keyboards we used in the 70s and the 80s, buy all that, collect them all, because that's where we pulled from. But the thing is, now it's like if we want to do a replica or anything remotely close to these kind of records, just for a commercial or anything, we study the greats, man. We study the greats. That's all I can say. We studied them so swell, like the Lady of Rage. Lady of Rage don't have Stranded on Death Row instrumental, and Dre never made one. So what did I do? I'm gonna give you one thing, and then we can move back to Namek. I went to this site called this application called whosample.com.
I've seen it.
Now, what's so dope about that is me pulling up Dr. Dre Stranded on Death Row.
Is that accurate, that site?
Yeah. It's I'm gonna tell you, it's that accurate. It's scary, because once I put up Stranded on Death Row, they did good in doing their due diligence and finding all the samples that he used to make it.
Wow.
So I pulled all the same samples, but you have to have that engineer ear to say, I wanted to have the same texture and the motion of Stranded on Death Row. So I did it exactly like the record and a little better. It's funny that you know, like, well, how could you do it better than Drake? Well, I was just saying better in sonics and EQing it, because they was using tape and everything back then. But I understand the new systems that they built in these arenas. It's a little different now, and they heavy 808 driven. So I started mixing the record the way that the generation now hear music. And Lady of Rage and RBX was so excited that I could recreate an instrumental for them that sounds exactly like the record, if not better. Because they witnessed Dre do it by himself, and they witnessed me do it over in front of them, and they was like, oh my God, we know Dr. Dre is that guy, but we can't believe it's someone on his level that really understands how this thing goes. So I love to teach the generation to really just study the history, really just grab everything, the books, the documentaries, and buy everything that we used back in the days. I mean, the ones who are doing that will have a chance to advance to another level. You'll be able to create something that's never been done before, because that's what we was doing. We were doing something you never heard before. We don't want to don't do nothing that someone has done already before. But how do you keep the essence of it? You just your swag. That's your vibe. Everything about what you do. You know, just that's why I'm glad this dude Namek chose me to do so. He could have went to any other producers and did it, but I only gave him one record to give the reconfigured vibe. Everything else, it's just feel like it's his production, because I never put nothing out like that before. I never did a track like that before. These other two joints, they're not even in my catalog of sounds. So like, Cat did that.
Starting something new.
Yeah, something new. I need that.
New. Like you probably think the third one would be like a sample, but you straight played that out on some salsa vibes and stuff, bro. So yeah,
super dope. Just like when Dre ended up getting with Eminem. I didn't even hear the funk of NWA or the gangster sound. He went stage left. That's what I'm saying.
They went straight stage
rock and roll. They went straight to rock and roll. That's what they did do. That's what I'm saying. Someone that would provoke you to we gotta have that.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Battlecat is here on the Rockstar Radio podcast. This is amazing. Game, baby.
Yes.
Game.
We're so happy to have you.
And I love, I mean, obviously a legendary, but I love that, you know, there's such roots here when he refers to Snoop Dogg. His little things I pick up. When he was talking about Snoop, he called him Snoopy.
Yeah.
And there's people that like really go back with Snoop. I mean, I don't know him like that.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't know when they called him Snoopy, you know, but he did. You know, and it's dope. You know, it's like me calling him, you know, like Joe or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And R&B too. You know, the Rican Freaky produced the R&B world. So when I got a chance to start working with Faith Evans and Raphael Sadiq, man, that's
beautiful. You know, there's certain sessions that I wonder if they were emailed sessions or if they were in the booth. You let me know if this was in studio session or if this was an emailed session. Hold on. Let me name off some of the classes. Let's start off with Kurupt. We Can Freak It.
We Can Freak It is not even, no, that's straight from the hip.
Back then.
That's straight from the hip. On tape machine, not even Pro Tools.
And he was in there with you. You guys started from, you know.
Well, I was by myself.
Okay.
You know, he was on his way to the studio. I started on it. You know, originally the Rican Freak It song was for Trey D.
Oh.
Okay, so
a lot of people don't know that.
Yes,
but I couldn't reach him at the time, and when I had the record, you know, that would have been crazy to hear Trey D over that record like that.
Trey D would have thugged it out.
You know what I'm saying? But the melodic part of it and singing, we never heard Trey D over melodic stuff that you can sing to. Mm-hmm. You know, the closest thing you're gonna be is Best Beware My Crew.
Oh, yeah.
But was he singing that?
No, but I'm just saying something melodic that people can sing to. And when it got to the East Siders,
G'd up.
I love it.
We're going to get there.
Because Snoop Dogg was a vocalist and singer, he was able to bring melody to maybe a monotone sound of a rapper.
Yeah, I can't believe
coming in the when you know, Trey D ain't singing, he ain't moving no melodies on you. He's not melody driven. Yeah. Snoopy was.
Right.
Snoopy helped that tremendously. I gave Snoopy his shots for that. But on the R&B, I knew melody was going to be the key for me to win because people love when you got something you can sing to, some type of jingle, some type of something. So I was glad to have gotten those invitations to get Faith Evans over one of my records or Brian McKnight or Lil Kim and all them. You know, I started, you know, really moving out to the East, you know, with my music. And, you know, it's just a beautiful thing, man. You know, like I said, man, go check these records, man. I know we talking about it, but it's not just a Battlecat thing. I just want to let y'all know, man, just go pick this man music up, man. No, I got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
That's all.
And we got more to come though too. You know, we can get back to some Battlecat. You can bring me back another time, but
yeah. You know,
Exhibit, get your walk on. Was he in there with you?
I was in the room. I came and added flavor. I put paint where it ain't. I played bass line. The original track I think was produced by Fred Wreck.
I thought it was Mailman.
Oh, Mailman. Yeah, Mailman. Yeah, you're right. No disrespect, big homie. You're right. We talked about that. He did Get Your Walk On, and but Fred Wreck bung me in though. That's still what I like. Fred Wreck and Exhibit to say, hey, Cat, what can you bring to the table with that? So I just played bass line on that one. Everything else is all Mailman.
Just clowning Dubsy.
Gee,
don't carry.
That's crazy. Just clowning the what's already made, but it was crazy on the Sunday coming moms and grams coming from church. I'm in my bedroom and they standing in the hallway. I'm like, Mom, I really want to play this record kind of loud so they can feel it. She's like, go ahead, baby. And that was inspired by George Clinton. That's one of them.
Lucy Pearl, you.
Lucy Pearl.
All over the world.
Yeah, that's tape, you know. No, were we on Pro Tools?
It's 2001 right there.
Yeah, we was on Pro Tools. Yeah, we was on Pro Tools. Yeah. I was by myself when I made that, but then Raphael Sadiq was very, very unique and sneaky. He was standing on the other side of the door, right? Because he really wanted me to be comfortable. And it's something about working with artists to that magnitude who are super dope as a musician and so many hit records, anniversary, anything you could think. Come on, man, these records is crazy. Man. So, but he wanted me comfortable. So what he would do is he had his guitars in his hands and he's standing behind the door, it's closed. And then when he heard me put the elements together, he couldn't take it no more. He just kicked the door in and ran in and screamed and said, "Yes, I got me one." He wanted to freak it so bad. So did Faith Evans.
I think everybody wanted one of those.
You know, because they was like, "This is not DJ Quick. This is not Dr. Dre, but somebody else is in Los Angeles that got the sound." Mm-hmm. Damn, that's him, and he clapping and he's funky.
First four notes.
No. Yes. And then I got my wish on a whole nother level. I always wanted to work with Q-Tip.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't even know who he was going to put on the record. Period. He just Raphael wanted this record, but this is what's so crazy. He gets on the phone. He calls Snoopy and he calls Q-Tip, but they had this device where the phone call is giving a clear signal, just like if they was in the booth with me. They in the booth in two different places of the world recording at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was so crazy, man. That technology, I don't know what that was, but that's how the vocals was recorded. And because they going back and forth.
They weren't there. They sound like
they sound like they're in the same room, but they in two different places. And being recorded at the same time, but I'm gonna find out what that device was, because that's amazing to be on a phone call, and then it's sounding so crisp and warm. I'm like, how is this happening? It's just Raphael's a bad man. That's my dude, man. So that was a classic record, man. We did that on the Save the Last Dance soundtrack.
Yep. It's so amazing. I don't even know how I would feel just being a part of such iconic production. Yeah. Because you are who you are.
Yes, sir.
And then Raphael Sadiq is who Raphael Sadiq is.
I like that, Raphael.
How did I say that? That's Raphael.
I thought you was Iranian. Raphael.
I gotta get my Ninja Turtles straight.
But I wanted one from him so bad because DJ Quick had made one with him. I was like, oh, man. And I never forget I met this man back in 1988, 89 when they did the song Little Water. Walter. Hey, Little Water. Yeah. I was DJing for the wrecking crew at the time, and we opened up for them, and I followed them ever since. So to get my chance to work with Raphael Sadiq was classic, man.
Yeah, that's a dope story too. I could picture Q-Tip in one room, like put it down for the place called Queens, and then Snoop put it down for the LBC. Two different places at once, bro.
Yes, man.
Two different sides of the country, bro.
Yeah, They was in two different parts of the world.
That's dope.
Wow. Technology is crazy.
Wow.
Hey, bro, shit. I got to pay some homage and shout them out as a little outro bars right quick.
You ready?
Yeah, let's
You ready
go.
for this?
Let me just let them.
You want to do something here? Acapizzi?
Right quick, man, because I know the OG got to,
going at me now.
Got some things to do. It's like, just because we're talking about the old school vibes and the pay homage type thing, man.
Hell yeah.
Yo, he ended up being corrupt. They caught him snooping around. He exhibited the traits of a stupid-ass clown, so Fred wrecked him with the words as he began to battle cat. Yo, DJ, quick, don't want to be for battle rap. Watch him leave him with a crooked eye the way that he getting them. Said Debo the red shot the way that he hitting them. Plenty ice cubes for that black eye, be the right thing. Volume 10 blasting while I'm sipping some iced tea. Maybe some high C. Yo, let's be straight. I'm just glad when I hear that a MC8. Homie, every day I get respect and daps and still a ghost face killer. That's my method, man. Short attention span, but still I tweak on my music. Pete rocked up the cocaine, keeping it ruthless. I'm just speaking the truth. It's all part of the game. To be real, it's all love to every artist I name. There was a tribe of fife dogs on wax like Q-tips, but the dames dashed quick because they lacked the blueprint. Craig Mack, the cute chick with the attitude quick, then mastered her P on some Baton Rouge shit. Fast and smooth with the way that I get it poppin'. Now run DMC his money, G. There ain't no other option. Take little brother hostage if you don't comply. The brand Nubian, the other seats, and you are that guy. So kick rocks, better not hear about your name in these streets. Got the west side connected up with Dave from the east. Always playing for keeps. The dead prayers getting stacked up. No crazy bone breaks, girl. I just want a back rub. I give you 50 cents as well as a young buck. I'll even give you all of Lloyd's bank. That's a come up. Yo, Jada kissed the trophy like the champ of the game. I just want to know if you heard every rapper I named, fo.
I did.
I heard that name.
That's an MC.
Bar for bar, name for name, right here on Rockstar Radio Podcast.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's talk about got it, baby.
What up, Nick Nack? Namek DJ Battlecat, Hand G. It's all love, bro.
EMC, it's a special affair tonight.
Oh, man.
It's a family
burning.
affair.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, go ahead and follow your boy at Namek 626, man. You know.
Yeah, man, come on.
Come on, man. All right, we're going to end this on one last thing, man. We're going to take this to the room over because I know a lot of you guys got to shake. You going here, you going there. We're going to take this to the outside room and have you do some bars on some of his instrumentals. Can we do that?
Oh, let's do that real quick. Yo,
right.
yo.
You down?
Let's get it.
All right, let's get it. All right, man. This is the Rockstar Radio Podcast. Nick Nack.
Kalisha.
Battlecat.
Hen G.
Namek Nance, follow your boy at Namek 626 NAMEK on everything.
Let's get it, man. We out of here. Peace, y'all.
Peace. West Coast Creations.
Rockstar Radio Podcast.